Welcome back. All right, so just the one game tonight, and I thought, I'll wear Minnesota North Stars for the review because why not? When am I going to have an excuse to wear a North Stars jersey, right? Over the next few days, I might have a couple. It was Talbot versus Ottinger. We had no idea what we were in for. Talbot's had very good stats for most of the season. Ottinger, up and down, but Ottinger's a young goaltender. Tonight, not his best game, but Talbot, not his best game either. And it would show right away. Pavelski scores on a turnover from Robertson and Heiskanen at 131. The Wild get a power play soon after that. Then the second shot Dallas gets goes in, and it's a shorthanded goal. It's Lindell. And it was a pass from Talbot. So really underlining that Talbot did not have his best game tonight. It's at 324. And it was a 5-hole shot, too. So one thing that was definitely an idea throughout this game was maybe the players' minds were elsewhere, right? Because this was sloppy by both teams. Stars do kill off the rest. The shots are only 2-1. Dallas at 5 minutes. And then at 5:25, on their second shot, Minnesota scores. Hartman from Kaprizov and Zuccarello at 5:25. So that's 4 shots and 3 of them go in. So this is 80s hockey right here, boys and girls. Both teams get no shots for the next 5 minutes plus, but it's still 2-1 at the half. Eriksson Ek has a tip go wide. The shots are 3-2 for the Stars with 9 minutes left. So not a lot of shots happening. However, the Wild get a second power play. The Stars killed it off, and their penalty kill looked pretty good to that point in the game. Absolutely. Glendening then had a chance that was defended by Kulikov, and then Fiala ties it. Fiala's had the one of the worst seasons of puck luck. It just hasn't been there. He's been driving the play a lot. A lot of shots. This was only his 5th goal. Foligno with the assist at 15:42. And it was on a giveaway Foxa was guilty of behind his own net. Not like a Radek Foxa play at all. Stars nearly answer. Sloppy play again by both teams, as I'm stating. And Sagan would score from Guryanov and Ben at 16:43. That was a turnover in the neutral zone that set that one up. And it was a really nice drop pass by Guryanov to Sagan, who just fires it in. And it was a good rush chance. And so for Sagan, who's been mired in the muck of not being able to score, maybe tonight is a reason to have hope that that's turning around, right? And Ben as well. 5 goals on 11 shots to this point in the game. Not the best night for goaltending. The Stars press. They draw a power play with 36.2 seconds left. So, of course, you're expecting another goal. Well, that power play rolls over into the second period. And to their credit, now when the power play straddles the period, very often you'll see like it has a really hard time setting up at the beginning of the next period. Dallas didn't have that problem. They went right back to work and they were right in the Minnesota zone right away. Talbot makes saves there. Robertson fans on a certain goal, and the Wild do manage to kill it. And again, Jason Robertson should have buried that one, normally would. So the Stars 0 for 1 on that one. The Wild press, Fiala fans on one as well. Guryanov can't bury in close. Better first half, though, for the Wild to this stage. The Wild then go to the penalty kill. Power play for the Stars. And at 8:02, Dallas widens their lead to 4-2. And again, up until this point, the Wild were having a better period. It's Hintz from Klingberg and Robertson. So Rope Hintz gets on the board. A lot of players that Dallas fans were waiting for goals from, a lot of that took place tonight. So we'll see if this is a sign that Dallas is really turning it around. They did get the win over Chicago the other night, but this win definitely felt better, right? Scrappy play on the next shift. We had 4-on-4 after that. Then we get a 4-on-3 for the Stars. And what led to that scrappy play was it was a hit by Hakanpää that he delivered on Eriksson Ek. And so Eriksson Ek would play a shift, and I think he took a penalty as well. But he did leave the game, and Minnie wasn't happy with Hakanpää on that. So we get 1 minute and 27 seconds of 4-on-3 for the Stars. Chippy game. Hartman then takes a 4-minute penalty. So it's a good power play. Talbot saves. There was a shorthanded drive that was like a 3-on-3. Ottinger saves during that. Shorthanded chance for Duhaime. He fires it wide. Pavelski's robbed. And the Wild did manage to kill that off. So it felt like that might be a momentum shift, right? Fiala has a chance that's saved and held as Fiala continues to have a really good game. Eriksson Ek, this is at the point where he's out of the game, and they qualified as an upper body injury. That would come from the hit by Hakanpää. He tried to play through it, not happening. And Kaprizov did add a goal for Minnesota to make it a 1-goal game before the period's out. Zuccarello and Goligoski with the assists at 17:37. and it was a shot pass kind of thing, like Zuccarello with a shot that bounces over to Kaprizov. So Ottinger looks bad on that play. However, he had to anticipate the puck bouncing off of his own player over to Kaprizov. So it's 4-3 after 2 in favor of Dallas, but you could see this game was wide open. And in the third period, Fiala hits a crossbar. He's no stranger to hitting crossbars and posts this year. Stars press at 2 minutes, and they get a goal for it. It's Peterson, who continues to have a decent rookie season, from Gurianov at 2:06. So Gurianov with a couple of helpers. That one went off Goligoski's stick and in. So there's that fortunate bounce for Dallas, right? Still plenty of turnovers, though, by both teams. And it's another turnover that leads to the next goal. Heiskanen from Raffle at 3:06. So 1 minute later, Dallas makes this a lot to 3. It's 6-3. And this is where, like, again, Talbot didn't have a great game, but the defense in front of him didn't play very well either. So it was kind of a little bit of one was basically as poor as the other. That's where the Talbot chant started by Dallas fans, because, you've got a goalie who's allowed 6 goals, right? Sagan has a chance that saved the momentum's with the Stars, and I felt at this point, neither goaltender nor coach are going to be happy with this game. And it's one of those things that I find kind of odd, is that Rick Bowness will look at this game and he'll be like, well, we won it, but I'm not happy with the defensive effort. I'm not happy with the goaltending. And it's one of those weird things in hockey where if you win a game like this, you would expect that the coach would be happy. Hockey coaches generally are not happy with these results because they don't like the defensive sloppiness that they see out there. It's an old coaching thing, and as much as we as hockey fans would love to see guys just go out and tee off and wild crazy action both ends of the ice, it just doesn't generally happen because coaches don't like that. Suter fires one wide. The Wild would press, but they were kept to the outside on that. Then we get a near miss for Harley. The Stars would press on that. Kaprizov then with a rush chance. That stopped. They pull the goalie with 9 minutes and 20 seconds left, which seemed to catch Twitter off guard. Caught me off guard too. To their credit, it was the right call. Dallas does not take a lot of shots at that empty net, and when they did, they just didn't go in. So it honestly turned out to be a pretty good call. And Daryl Ray on the broadcast I was watching kind of says, maybe Minnesota should have pulled them sooner, if you want to be facetious about it. So Brodin prevents an empty net goal for Hintz. Sagan then hit the post. All he had to do was take another stride, and I think he would have got it, but he hits the post. Fiala has a shot that's saved. There's a scrum after, and with 5:40 left, Dallas takes a penalty, so it's now 6-on-4 for Minnesota, and they score during that. And it's Fiala with his second goal of the game. So again, maybe Kevin Fiala, maybe that cold streak for him has been snapped now. He gets the goal from Hartman and Kaprizov at 15:06. So Kaprizov with a goal, with an assist. He having 2 assists, actually, 3 points. Pretty good game for him. Wild then press for another. So the goalie gets pulled again. But with 2:44 left, they ice the puck. The Wild ice the puck, so they have to put Talbot back in. They do win that face-off. They get the puck down the ice. They get the goalie out again. But still, you're fighting against the clock, and you're still down by 2, right? So Kaprizov has a chance that's saved, and then the empty net goal is finally buried by Jamie Benn at 18:28 from Foxa. So your final score is 7-4 in favor of Dallas. They go to 15-12-2 with the win. Minnesota drops to 19-9-2 with the loss. Your shots in this one, 9-7 Dallas in the first, 11-7 Dallas in the second. Both teams had 9 shots in the third. Final shots, 29-23 for Dallas. Power plays, Minnesota 1 for 3. Dallas 1 for 4. Hits 23-20 for Dallas. Talbot saves 22 out of 28. So rough night for him, but Ottinger, not much better. 19 saves on 23 shots. So both goalies are going to want to put this game in the past. Both coaches are going to want to put this game in the past. And for Dallas, they've now won a couple of games. Minnesota, looking kind of leaky, but again, in the current environment, I would totally understand if there were players that their minds were kind of elsewhere in this one. Not the sharpest performance by either team. We have 2 games tomorrow night, and then that's it for games until after Christmas. So, looking forward to covering those games for you tomorrow. At least we assume those are going to happen tomorrow, right? And yeah, there you go. Let me know your thoughts regarding this game in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.